Hello my dear students, welcome back to the class. Today let us start with the new derivation, that is magnetic field strength at any point on the axis of circular loop using Biot-Savart's law. In our previous class we are done with the Biot-Savart's law. Using that law we are going to derive this expression. So that is expression for the magnetic field strength at any point on this circular loop. So we have to consider a circular loop which is carrying the current I. Let us consider a circular loop carrying the current I. Let it carry the current I. Okay, one circular loop in XY plane. Okay, this is x-axis, let this be y-axis, and this let it be z-axis. So we are considering a circular loop which is carrying the current I in the XY plane. Okay, we have placed it in the XY plane. Now we have to find the magnetic field at a point P. Let us consider one point P. At this point, let me consider. At the point P, let us consider at a point P, we have to consider the we have to find out the magnetic field, which is at a distance x from the center of this circular loop. Let O be the center of this circular loop, which is let us consider a point P which is at a distance x from the center of the circular loop. Let R be the radius of this circular loop. What is the radius? R be the radius of the circular loop. See, this is just like if we have a circular coil like this. Let me consider this as a circular coil. Okay, this coil is placed like this. Okay, we are considering this coil like this. Then this is our y-axis. Okay, y-axis. Our x-axis is like this. Then z-axis will be like this. Correct? X, y, and z. Okay, from the center to this is radius of this circle, whereas this is where somewhere here I want to find out the magnetic field. Understood how it is? This is a circular loop which is carrying the current I. Okay, we are placing it here like this. Then this is nothing but y-axis. Then this is nothing but from the center. This is nothing but x-axis like this. Understood? X-axis and y-axis. Fine. So this is at a point. This point P is at a distance x from the center of the circular loop, and let R be the radius of the circular coil. We want to find magnetic field at this point. So let me consider a small infinitesimal small element. For me it is very difficult to consider the entire element for solving this. So what we will do? We will consider a small element, infinitesimal small element of length dl. dl vector, element of length, let us consider infinitesimal small element of length dl vector. Due to this small element, what is the magnetic field at this point? We will first find out. Then we will find out it for the entire element. Okay, so what we are going to do? Let us consider a small infinitesimal small element dl. Infinitesimal small element of length dl, which is at a distance which letter we will take? Shall we take it as according to NCERT only if you want? Let me mark this as capital letter R. Let this be small letter r according to your NCERT. Okay. So the radius is capital letter R and it is at a distance R from the point P. Let the element be at a point at a distance R from the P. Okay. According to Biot-Savart's law, we know that dB vector is equal to, correct? dB vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross, what is the letter we are going to use here? R vector, correct? dl vector cross R vector divided by R cube. In terms of vector form I have written, when we write in terms of a magnitude, the magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta divided by R square, correct? I dl sine theta by R square. What is theta? Theta is the angle between this element and R, that is dl and R, correct? See here, this current is moving like this, so the element is like this, correct? This is nothing but a tangential to this point, correct? For this circle it is a tangential point. So here, see, just look here, this is your current carrying loop, correct? It is placed like this, so I have to hold it like this, correct? This is the direction of the current, am I right? So, and this is the point. The angle between this element dl and R is nothing but 90 degree. Since theta is equal to 90 degree, what I can write? The magnetic field, the magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine 90 is 1 is divided by R square. Correct? Am I right? How it is? See, this is a circular loop which is carrying the current I. Okay, so I have to hold it with the right hand rule, correct? Right hand thumb rule. I'm holding it like this. The current is moving like this. The R is like this. This R and this dl is perpendicular to each other. This element and R is perpendicular to each other. Therefore, the angle between them, R and dl, is nothing but, R and this element is nothing but 90 degree. Hold your element in your right hand using the such that the thumb indicates the direction of the current. Then this is the direction of your element. The direction of R is like this. The angle between R and dl is now 90 degree, correct? So therefore I can write theta is equal to 90 degree. Sine 90 is equal to 1. Therefore I can write magnetic fields, magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl by R square. Okay, next, see here, this is nothing but a right angle triangle. See here, 90 degree, correct? It is a, what can I use a Pythagoras for this triangle? Right angle triangle? Yes, by using the Pythagoras theorem, I can say R square is equal to R square plus X square. Correct? Then the expression becomes dP is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl divided by, see here, R square plus X square. Since R square is equal to R square plus X square, according to Pythagoras theorem, I can write in the place of R square, I can write R square plus X square. Understood what we have written? See here. First, let me consider. First, what I have to do? Let us consider a circular loop which is carrying the current I. Let capital letter R be the radius of the circular loop. Let us place this circular loop in an xy plane. We have to find out the magnetic field at a point P, which is at a distance x from the center of the circular loop. Then, using the Biot-Savart's law, we can write dB vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross R vector divided by R cube, or magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by R square. See here, the angle between the dl and r is 90 degree. Therefore, theta is equal to 90 degree. Sin 90 is equal to 1. Then I can write magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl by r square. This is nothing but a right angle triangle. So therefore, now I can consider Pythagoras theorem. Using Pythagoras theorem, square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the adjacent and the opposite length, correct? That is r square plus x square is equal to small letter r square. Therefore, when I substitute it in this expression, I'll get dB vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl divided by r square plus x square. It is not completed. Shall I erase this? I'll continue over here. Okay, I'll erase that. Next, due to this, see, I have considered this magnetic field. How to find out the direction of the magnetic field? Using right hand thumb rule, it was explained, correct? Now see here, when we hold that a circular loop and this is the direction of the magnetic field, correct? This is the direction. The curled finger indicates the direction of the magnetic field here. So therefore, what I can say here is, this the direction of the magnetic field is like this, correct? See here, this is a circular loop, correct? Okay, so this is the direction of the current. Then the curled finger indicates the direction of the magnetic field, that is circle like this, correct? Then if I draw a tangent to that, it shows the direction of the magnetic field which is present. At this point, if I draw this magnetic tangent, then their magnetic field. Here, this is the direction of the magnetic. So somewhere here the direction is like this. Okay. Now what I will do, what I am going to do is, I am going to shift it to other side like this. I'll get the magnetic field in this direction. The same thing I'm going to draw it here, correct? I can shift it here. So therefore, let that angle be alpha, correct? Let this angle be alpha. Then, let it be the magnetic field. Okay, magnetic field. Now this magnetic field, it is a vector quantity. I can resolve it into two components along the x-axis and y-axis. When I resolve it into two components, I'll use the different color so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, let me resolve it into two components along the x-axis and y-axis. Correct? Along the x-axis, I will say dBx. And along the y-axis, I will call it as dB perpendicular. Correct? dBx and dB perpendicular. Is that fine? Is it okay if I call it like that? Okay, dBx vector and dB perpendicular. What I am going to do, dB is the magnetic field. The direction is like this. Okay? The tangent for this particular point. Fine. Now, same thing, I'll bring it over here. I'll get the magnetic field in this direction. So therefore, let that angle be alpha. Now I can resolve it, since it is a vector quantity, I can resolve it into two components, correct? According to your first year, you can resolve the vector into two components along the x-axis and y-axis. Therefore, I will get dBx vector and dB perpendicular vector. So I have resolved it and kept it. Now see here, this is entire element carrying the current, correct? Let me consider one more which is exactly opposite to this, one more element of the same length dl. Same length dl. Because of this, the magnetic field at this point, what is this distance? It will be same r, correct? What is the magnetic field because of this one? This is the direction of the magnetic field. Angle is nothing but alpha. Again, I can resolve this vector into two components. See here, when I resolve it into two components along the x and y, along the x-axis it is in the same direction, but along the y-axis both are in the opposite direction, so they will get cancelled out. Whereas dbx vector will get added up. Understood what is happening? See here, we can resolve a vector into two components. How to resolve it? This same way how we have considered the element here, same way I will consider diagonally opposite element, that is a dl vector. It's of the same length, dl vector. Because of this, what is the magnetic field at this point? It will also be the same because length is the same. Only the direction is changed. See, if this is in this direction, then this will be in this direction. So this is also a vector quantity. I will resolve this magnetic field into two components, dB perpendicular and dBx. Since dB perpendicular of this one and this one are equal and opposite in direction, they will get cancelled out. Only the magnetic field which is getting added up is along the x-axis. dBx vector plus dBx vector, correct? Am I right? What is happening? See here what we have done. Exactly diagonally opposite of same length, the element we are considering for this same point, when we will get the magnetic field. Again, that magnetic field can be resolved into two components, correct? So along the x-axis it will get added up, whereas along the y-axis which got resolved will be cancelled out because they are equal and opposite in direction. So what is the value angle? What is that net contribution? Net contribution is only along the x-axis. So I can write dBx is equal to, along the x-axis, what do we write always? dBx is equal to dB cos theta. Along the x-axis we write dB cos theta. Along the y-axis we will write it as sin theta, correct? Sin theta will get cancelled out by only, it is alpha not theta. Cos alpha, correct? Cos alpha. Next, see here, this is alpha, this is resolved into two components, that is 90, correct? This full is 90, am I right? Now look here, what I can show is, this full is 90, this is 90 minus alpha, then this should be alpha, correct? This is 90 minus alpha. But this is a right angle, so I can say this is nothing but alpha, correct? But see here, again this is 90 degree, then I can say this is nothing but, what I can say? What I can say? Can you help me? This is alpha, correct? This full is, so 90 minus alpha. In mathematics, if this is alpha, then this is also alpha, correct? In mathematics, if this angle is alpha, then this is also alpha, correct? I think it is called as alternate angles. Am I right? See how it is? I'll show it once again. See to this carefully. See here, this is alpha, correct? This is 90 degree. Then I can say this one is how much? 90 minus alpha. Correct? This is 90 minus alpha. See here, once again, this full is actually 90 degree, but this one is 90 minus alpha. If it has to become 90 degree full, then this should be only alpha. If this is alpha, then this is also alpha. Correct? Then now, what is cos alpha? Cos alpha is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Correct? Cos alpha is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. That is r by r. Or else I can write, see here, r is equal to what? R divided by r square plus x square to the power half. Am I right? Am I right? R by r square plus x square to the power half. Then I can write dbx is equal to db into r by r square plus x square to the power half. Correct? Am I right? But it is possible when 2 dB vectors are added up. Correct? When we add 2 dBx, because of 2 element it is dBx, 2 dBx. But there are n number of elements in this. So what I will do is, I will take total magnetic field at the point B is, at the point P, the total magnetic field is, B is equal to, magnitude of the magnetic field I will consider, B is equal to summation dBx. Correct? Summation dBx. If we consider the magnitude, it is only this one. Correct? Let me consider magnitude itself so that there will be no confusion for you. Correct? So what we have done, look here, due to the 2 elements, it is 2 dBx. But in reality, in the entire circular loop, there are n number of elements. Small pieces, if you add, only then one full circle will become. So what I will do is, for the entire element, the magnetic field at the point P, due to the circular loop, let it be B is equal to summation dBx. 1 is dBx. 2 means 2 dBx. There are n numbers, so I will give summation dBx. So if it is summation, when we substitute, what do we get? Summation dB into r divided by r square plus x square to the power half. Let me substitute what is dB. What is dB? Magnitude of dB is equal to dB. Correct? So I can write dB, summation dB as, how can I write summation dB? Summation, substitute, mu naught by 4 pi I dl divided by r square plus x square into this one r by r square plus x square to the power half. Understood what we have done? See here. Initially, what we have done, let us consider a circular loop carrying the current I. We want to find out the magnetic field at the point P, which is at a distance x from the center of the circular loop. Capital letter R be the radius of the circular loop. Then, using the Biot-Savart's law, we can write the expression for the magnitude of the magnetic field. Okay, we got the expression for the magnitude of the magnetic field, that is mu naught by 4 pi ideal sine theta by r square. But theta is nothing but 90 degree, therefore I can write mu naught by 4 pi ideal by mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square. But r square, using Pythagoras theorem, I can write r square is equal to r square plus x square. When I substitute, I'll get this expression. Correct? Then this magnetic field is nothing but here. This is a magnetic field. Correct? Magnetic field this is due to the one single element which we have placed over here. Actually, it is a vector quantity. So when we write a vector quantity, this is the direction. Correct? We can resolve that vector quantity into two components, that is along x-axis and y-axis. We get dBx and dB perpendicular. Then exactly diametrically opposite elements of same length dl we will consider. Because of that, magnetic field at the point P is again dB vector. We can resolve that dB vector into two components along the x and y. Since these two are equal and opposite in direction, they'll get cancelled out. Only the magnetic field which is along the x-axis, which since they are in the same direction, it will get added up. See here, we can write dBx is nothing but what? dB cos theta. Here theta is nothing but alpha, cos alpha. If this is alpha, then this is 90 minus alpha. But this full is 90 degrees, so this should be alpha. If this is alpha, then this is also alpha. Therefore, cos alpha is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse r. But r is equal to r square plus x square to the power half. So, if I substitute this in this one, we will get dBx is equal to dB into, in the place of cos alpha, I am writing r by r square plus x square to the power half. But total net magnetic field due to the two elements is 2 dBx. Correct? Or you have to add these two. Now we have to consider the entire element. So, because of the entire element, the magnetic field at the point P is B is equal to summation dBx is equal to summation dB into, substitute, we are substituting this value r by r square plus x square to the power half. Substitute the value of dB. dB is nothing but magnitude of the magnetic field. Substitute this over here. We get this expression. Correct? Next, what we are going to do? What is the next expression? See, next what I can do? I'll write over here. Okay. B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I r divided by r square plus x square. See here, this is also r square plus x square, this is also r square plus x square. So when we add it up, r square plus x square, you can't see that? Okay, fine. See there, when we add this, can you see it now? Yes. When we add this r square plus x square, what do we get? Can you see it now? Yes. See, you can see it now? Okay. So, mu naught by 4 pi ideal, this is and this are same. 1, this is to the power 1, this is to the power half. So, 1 plus half is 3 by 2. Therefore, I can write to the power 3 by 2. I'll write it as summation dl. I'll write it as summation dl. Correct? Only the length will vary, others will remain constant. Mu naught by 4 pi value is constant, I is constant, r is constant. These r radius will not change, x distance also will not change. So therefore only the changing value is dl, length. Adding, you have to add all the lengths. Correct? So therefore summation dl I will write. Next, what is the summation dl? This is for one element. summation dl, summation dl, summation. For entire circle, it is nothing but circumference of the circle. Correct? Okay, so when we speak for this entire circle, it is nothing but circumference of the circle. Small element, small element, small element, small element will get added up, and it will be entire circle. The length of the entire circle is nothing but circumference of the circle. Therefore, I can write what? Summation dl is equal to what? 2 pi r. What is radius? Capital letter r. Therefore, I can write 2 pi r. If when we substitute, what do we get? Shall I erase this? Yes. Thank you. So, what do I get? B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I r divided by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2 into summation dl. I can write it as what? 2 pi r. Correct? 2 pi r. What is the next step I can write? See here, 2 pi 2. Correct? So therefore I'll get B is equal to mu naught by 2 I r into r is r square, I r square divided by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. So this is the nothing but the expression for the magnetic field. If we want to write in terms of this is nothing but in terms of magnitude. If we want to write it in a vector form, then B vector is equal to mu naught by 2 I r square divided by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2 into I cap. Into I cap. Where I cap is nothing but the unit vector. This is nothing but in the form of a vector form. Understood what we have done? Do you want explanation once again? Because it has been stopped in the previous class, correct? So let me explain it once again. We had started with the derivation of the expression for magnetic field strength at any point on the axis of the circular current loop using the Biot-Savart's law. What we have to do? Let us consider a circular loop which is carrying the current I of radius r, which is at a distance x from the point P where the magnetic field has to be found from the center of the coil. Let then what we have to do? Okay, using the Biot-Savart, this circular loop is in the xy plane. Using the Biot-Savart's law, we can write dB vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector into r vector divided by r cube we will get. Correct? Then what's the next step we moved for? In terms of magnitude we wrote. That is dB magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square. But theta is nothing but the angle between dl and r, that is nothing but 90 degree. Therefore sine 90 is 1. Correct? Then what we can write, sine 90 is 1, therefore we will get dB, magnitude of the magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl by r square. Then we moved for, this is nothing but a right angle triangle. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we can write r square is equal to r square plus x square. In the place of r square, we have to substitute r square plus x square. Then we moved for the next step. What was the next step we had? Next step what we had is by using the thumb rule, we can say the direction of the magnetic field at this point, that is this one. If we bring the same thing over here, this is the direction, correct? We are just shifting that to here. So what do we get? This is nothing but the magnetic field. Since it is a vector quantity, we can divide it into two components along the x-axis and y-axis. We get dbx vector and db perpendicular vector. Exactly diagonally opposite element, diametrically opposite element, we are considering one more of the same infinitesimal small length dl. Then due to that, the magnetic field is also same at the point P, that is dB vector. We can also resolve this component, two components, then along the y-axis it will get cancelled out, only along the x-axis it will remain. Therefore, net magnetic field is only along the x-axis. Likewise, all the elements, if we consider, one will get cancelled out with the other, only along the x-axis it will get added up. So therefore, what we can write, the total magnetic field which is remaining is nothing but we can say in terms of dbx. But dbx is nothing but what? db cos theta, correct? Sorry, that cos alpha. If this is alpha, this is 90 minus alpha, then full is alpha, 90 degree, but this small value is nothing but alpha. So if this is alpha, then this is also alpha, correct? Therefore, I can say cos alpha is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, that is r by r. But r is equal to r square plus x square to the power half. So when we substitute, we get dbx is equal to db into r by r square plus x square to the power half. That is for 1. You are get just for dbx. Actually, it is nothing but 2 dbx. If that is for two diagonally opposite, correct? Exactly diametrically opposite elements. Now what we are going to do? For the entire element, what is the magnetic field? Entire element, the magnetic field is summation dbx, correct? For the entire magnetic field, it is summation dbx. So therefore, I can write summation, B is equal to summation dbx. So dbx, if I substitute, I'll get db, summation of db into cos alpha. So therefore, I can write b is equal to mu naught. See here we are, db is equal to mu naught from this step, correct? This is the last step. Okay, this step. Mu naught by 4 pi I dl by r square plus x square into r by r square plus x square to the power half. So the summation is only for dl, therefore I have written here like this. This dl is nothing but what? For entire circumference of the circle we will be speaking about. So therefore I can write summation dl is equal to 2 pi r. When we substitute that here, 2 pi gets cancelled, 2 ones are, 2 twos are, therefore what is remaining? B is equal to mu naught by 2 I r square by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. In terms of vector, if we want to write, then B vector is equal to mu naught by 2 I r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2 into I cap. This derivation is very, 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 very important for 5 marks. Almost all the question paper, you can see this question. Okay, so please read it carefully. Very, very important. This derivation is very, very easy if you understand the derivation. If you don't understand, then it will be very, very difficult. So try to understand it and then write it. Don't by heart. If you feel somewhere like if you don't understand, you can ask the question. You can ask your doubts, clarify your doubts. Then it will be very, 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 very easy. Okay, please don't by heart. Understand this derivation and write it. Okay, shall I move further? Yes. Next. Therefore, what is a magnetic field? This is the expression, correct? Now my question is, if we want to find the magnetic field at the center of the loop, correct? Instead of at a point P, what I will do, at any point, I want to find out the magnetic field at the center of the circular loop. Then, what will be the expression? At the center means I have to shift this point to here. Therefore, x is equal to 0, correct? P is equal to, what is the magnetic field? Mu naught by 2 I r square divided by r square. X is equal to 0. So therefore, to the power 3 by 2, 2 will get cancelled. So what is remaining? dp vector is equal to mu naught by 2 I r square divided by r cube into I cap. But look here. Therefore, what is remaining? B vector is equal to mu naught by 2 I r divided by, nothing is there, correct? Sorry, mu naught I by r. Because 1 r, 2 r's and here 1 r, it will get cancelled. So what is remaining? B vector is equal to mu naught I by 2r into I cap. This is the expression for the magnetic field at the center of the loop. Please write this note, okay? Note. At the center of the loop. Next is Ampere's circuital law. Before moving to Ampere's circuital law, let us solve some problems so that it will be easy for you to understand the concepts, correct? As we are here itself, we will solve some problems related to Biot-Savart's law, okay? A circular coil of wire consisting of 100 turns, each of radius 8 centimeter, carries a current of 0.4 ampere. What is the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center of the coil? So at the center of the coil, you have to find the magnitude of the magnetic field. So we'll see here, what and all is given? Circular loop, coil of wire, 100 turns. I'll write n is equal to 100, okay? Radius, what is the radius of the circle? Circular loop, 8.0 centimeter. Carries the current I is equal to 0.40 ampere. What is the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center of the coil? So x is equal to 0. Therefore, what is the expression? Just now we got one expression. No. What is that expression? Can you help me? B is equal to mu naught. Yes, B is equal to mu naught I by 2R. So if we substitute, what is the answer? See here, mu naught by 4 pi is nothing but how much? 10 to the power minus 7, correct? But mu naught by 4 pi is not there. I want one more 2. So multiply and divide by 2. If I do, 1 multiply 2 should be there and 1 pi. I by R. Correct? For solving the problems, it will be easy for me. So therefore, when we substitute, what do we get? B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi is nothing but 10 to the power minus 7 into 2 into 3.14 into I is how much? 0.4 divided by R is how much? 8 centimeter. It is 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Correct? So B is equal to 10 to the power minus 7, 2 into 3.14 into 0.4 into 8, divided by 8 into 10 to the power minus 2. But there are 100 turns. This is for single turn. If there are 100 turns, therefore it is into 100. Understood? So what is the answer we are getting here? What is the answer you are getting? Take a calculator and give me the answer. Are you getting 3.1 into 10 to the power minus 4? Just check, okay? Are you getting 3.1 into 10 to the power minus 4 or what?